record me. You can record whatever you want to record, but do not record me, please.
Is that a law?
And that's why I asked. Just like if you was in your house, in your bedroom, and I started recording you, you wouldn't want me to do that to you.
But there's a difference. We're in a courthouse. Hello everyone, this is Citizen Standpoint News, and I've got another courthouse audit for you today. This is Logan County, Illinois, and they've got some signs around the building that just don't look right. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the explanations of the officials, and let me know what you think is going to be uncovered with the FOIA. I am taking a special interest in this one, and I will return for a revisit as well as possible legal action. So for all those legal experts out there, please be sure to let me know what you think the outcome will be. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and bell buttons. Alright guys, one other thing, I apologize ahead of time for sniffling in your ear. I couldn't help it. It was windy and cold out that day, and a lot of these buildings were like 80 degrees.
What are we doing?
Just reading these signs right now. Is the sheriff available? Is he in this building?
He's not in this building today, no.
Is he at work today at the sheriff's office? Is it located somewhere else around here?
There's over at the complex.
Okay.
He's got another office over there. Yeah.
Okay.
About a block
What's that?
and a half up. About a block and a half up.
Okay, okay. Well, the thing is I don't think the sheriff, and I'm not arguing with you, I'm just talking out loud. I don't think sheriff has the authority to make that order. I believe it would be a judge's order. Do you know if there's a judge's order prohibiting cell phones in the courthouse?
You have to talk to the sheriff.
Gotcha. All right. Do you have any judge's orders that would be posted around here?
You have to talk to the sheriff.
All right. Got to talk to the sheriff for that one. All right. Well, thank you for your time. I'll probably be back here shortly. And you said it's just right over here?
A block and a half, about a block and a half up.
Okay.
Beacon Street's the address.
All right. Cool. Thank you. I already see some possible safety violations here. I don't know. It seems like common sense that they should have wheel chocks on these trailers right here. Also, I'd like to note, if you guys look around, there's no restricted access signage that I can see. They got one trailer, no wheel chocks that I can see. 2 trailers. 3 trailers, 4 trailers, 5 trailers, and look at that one. That one's kind of leaning forward. 6 trailers. Wow. All these trailers seem to be not safe. There's some Humvees they got out of the Department of Defense's 1033 program. I see they're in good condition. Just a waste of money right there, guys. The Air Force should have used that stuff for target practice rather than giving this to civilian law enforcement. Absolute junk on the inside of this, guys. Yeah, this thing is tore up. Definitely should have used it for target practice. Excuse the sniffles, but it's getting cold and my nose is running, so I know somebody's gonna complain in the comment section that my sniffles drive them nuts. They left their sally port open. That's a security risk. Oh, look at that. The jail door is open. Alright guys, we're going to try and make contact with the Logan County Sheriff because they have a sign in that courthouse that I know isn't legit. We're going to see what they have to say about it and get an interview. Hello. I need 2 forms, and I was wondering if the sheriff is available. I need a Freedom of Information request form and an employee complaint form.
Sure. Did it happen out in the county or here in Lincoln?
I just need the forms.
Okay. Oh, let me track down the complaint really fast. Here's the freedom of information.
Okay.
Here's the pen.
Oh, I don't need a pen. I'll be taking it with me.
Give me just a second on the other, okay?
Outstanding. Thank you. Hey, are you the sheriff?
I am.
My name's Kent Voth.
Hey, Kent.
I'm a local journalist, and I go around and I test government facilities. And I went to the courthouse just a moment ago, and I saw a sign at the front that said, "By order of the sheriff, no cell phones were allowed."
Right, we got the boxes out there.
Okay. Under what authority was that sign put there? Because I'm going to be real open with you. From what I understand is that it's got to be an order from the presiding judge.
Right.
In order for that to be a legitimate order.
Right, so in concert with our sitting judge, Judge Wright,
Okay.
that decision was made to have them in there. Because I know that there's a whole thing with the First Amendment audit as far as people being able to have their stuff in there.
Awesome.
And if they're defending themselves or needing their phones or whatever, they're allowed to bring the phones in there
Okay.
for that purposes. But we have had problems over there with people recording
Like
witnesses.
jurors
and things.
and-
Yep,
yep,
exactly.
okay.
So, no, we let people use, if their phones are needed for court purposes or whatever, we just call up to whichever judge is residing. And otherwise, they'll get the boxes available for them. Give them the key
Okay,
and they-
well, could I don't know if I would call, oh, thank you so much. She's a good one.
Well,
Yeah, I meet bad ones all the time. I know the good ones when I see them.
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor? I need to go to the county clerk's office.
Okay.
And I'm not familiar with that courthouse. I've never been inside. Are the courtrooms on the 2nd floor?
The first, second, and third. Courtrooms are on all 3 floors.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
We've got a courtroom on the 1st floor, which generally takes care of family court. 2nd floor is Judge Funk, and then 3rd floor is Judge Wright.
Okay. Well, I'm going to need a form from the county clerk's office, so if I go back over there, would you have one of the deputies have it waiting for me up front so I don't have to try and walk past the
Yeah, no,
security
I can call
checkpoint?
I can call over
Okay.
for you. No problem.
I went in, and I don't want to butt heads or anything,
No,
but
no
I'm glad I asked because you guys might want to clarify that that's a judge's order. I go around and I file suit when I find something.
No,
So.
and it's through my authority, but through the judges, in concert with the judges, as far as making sure that people that have to have their cell phones in there for court purposes,
Yep.
they absolutely get to bring them into
Good.
use them in court and stuff. So
Good.
you
I've
need what
actually
type of
been in
form?
that type of situation before, and I ended up getting an attorney disbarred because of it.
Oh.
I knew he was lying to me, so I fed him bad information, and the information came out on the state's attorney's end. So he's the only person I told that cockamamie lie to. So that's a big deal to be able to record, especially in the state of Illinois. You're not allowed to take the evidence out of that courtroom or your attorney's office, which is a big pain in the butt. You know, if you're trying to see through the evidence.
You mean like if you're like self-representing or something?
Self-representing,
like that?
or if you have your own attorney, you can't take that. I know that because I've accidentally walked out of my.
Let me help her real quick.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Was there anything?
Yeah, syringes and stuff in there.
Oh,
So, yeah.
gotcha.
So you need a form.
A
from-
Freedom of Information request form from the county clerk's office. And I was going to give you a compliment as well. I went around and checked out your vehicles. I'm not sure if you've seen me on the cameras. Nobody came out to talk to me.
Right.
But you guys have some of the cleanest vehicles.
Well, thanks.
And I can tell the taxpayers are getting their money's worth because you're not brand new vehicles and then just junked them on the inside. I can see that the taxpayers are getting their money's worth out of that. One recommendation I would give, and I know you got all those trailers back there. There's only one trailer back there with a wheel chock on it. The rest of those, I know that they're tilted up a little bit,
Right,
but
right.
if I've learned anything from doing landscaping, it's plan for the worst and hope for the best. So some wheel chocks couldn't hurt back there. And I appreciate you being civil and coming out because it's not always like that.
No,
Have my hands in my
Brother,
pockets.
and that's what it is. The government's accountable to the people, man. That's
Yep.
just how it works.
Awesome,
I got no
awesome.
problems and no beef on that, so I
Awesome.
appreciate you.
Yeah,
stepping in,
no
all right?
problem.
Take care. Let me call over there real quick for you. So you want a Freedom of Information request form from the circuit clerk's office?
County clerk.
County clerk's
Yep,
office. From
county clerk.
Yep, Teresa Moore. Okay, I'll get a call over
Awesome.
to you right
Actually,
now.
you know what? Grab one from the circuit clerk as well, please.
Okay, yeah.
Apologize if he's got to run all over the building, but I normally do that stuff myself. But
Take care of it.
awesome.
All right,
Thank you.
You take care, sir.
Yeah,
All right,
you
have a
too.
good day.
Oh, go ahead. I'm waiting here anyway. Is the other deputy going and grabbing those forms?
Was there Say that again?
Is the other deputy grabbing those forms? The sheriff should have called over.
A deputy grabbing a form, none of his deputies came over.
All right.
You record,
Yeah.
do not record me. You don't have permission to record me. You can record whatever you want to record, but do not record me, please.
Is that a law?
I just don't want to be recorded. I don't have to be law.
Yeah. Well,
Are you still recording?
Absolutely. Boy, after that friendly encounter we had with the sheriff, and they're expecting me over here, that dude has to take issue with the camera. Try and be nice to people. Hi.
Can I help?
Yeah, I'm here to see Father.
Well, yeah, what?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Your name is?
James Irvin.
And they're taking people's names at the courthouse on entry.
Second floor, yeah.
Hi. Are you the county clerk or the circuit clerk?
I'm the circuit clerk.
Hi. Nice to
I'm
meet you.
Kelly Elias. Very good to
Nice
meet you.
to meet you.
I just wanted to give you a letter here.
Okay.
So we're not subject to FOIA. The circuit clerk's office isn't.
Okay.
Because we're a non-judicial branch of the system.
Okay.
However, I'll be more than happy to provide you with any public record that we have.
Okay. I can give it to you right now. It's be real easy. Save me a trip and sending some emails. I'll take that. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. I am interested in the judge's order. The sheriff had told me that was a judge's order that no cameras or other recording devices are allowed right here.
Yep.
And then cell phones are prohibited in the Logan County Courthouse by order of the Logan County Sheriff.
That's correct.
So I went over to the county sheriff and asked him about that. I've been told by counsel that I need a judge's order in order to, so I'm basically just wanting a copy of that judge's order.
Well, that wouldn't be something I would have because I would only have court records of cases that have been filed.
Okay. Who would I go
Now-
through? I just reach out to the presiding
Well-
judge?
Well, the sheriff is the custodian of the building.
Okay.
So that it's under his direction and his order.
Okay.
That there are no recording devices. And the court system doesn't allow recording devices.
In the courtroom.
Right.
Yeah, I totally understand those dynamics. That's
So
why.
that is from the order of the sheriff. That's his order. He's the custodian of the building.
Okay, and they would, are they gonna deny me entry now that I know it's not a judge's order and it's just
I don't
the
think
order of the
anybody's
sheriff?
denying you entry. You just can't bring in your recording devices.
But they would deny me entry if I were to bring my recording devices with me is what I'm getting at.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's unfortunate.
What are you, is there something particular that you're looking for that I could help you with?
No, I thought you might be able to come up with that judge's order for me, but I don't think that judge's order really exists, and that's what I'm getting at.
Well, the judge isn't the custodian of the building.
No, but he's the one that has the final say over the building.
No.
It's the sheriff?
The sheriff is the custodian of the building. That's by statute.
Okay. Could you get me a copy of that statute?
No.
Dang. I'm asking some tough questions, aren't I?
No, I could, but I'm not an attorney. That's not something I keep in my office, but I know that you can easily Google that
Yep.
and get that. The sheriff's office actually may have that statute readily
Okay, I'll go
available
back
to them.
over there.
I'll
He
be
was
happy-
friendly enough. This guard right here, the one with the black sleeves on,
Yeah.
he was a little angry about me video recording. Just a heads up, dude. Hold on, listen. Let me say my piece and I'll listen to whatever you have to say. You swore an oath to the United States Constitution to wear that uniform. The First Amendment right to free press is what I'm engaged in. Just don't forget it, man. I don't hate cops, but I do test you, and you goofed there, and I caught you.
No. First of all, I told you, record me personally. Outside of anything else, I have my own private rights that I have, perfect, in this skin right here.
Okay.
And if I don't know you, I don't want you to record me. And you record me like you're doing right now.
Yeah?
And that's why I asked. Just like if you was in your house, in your bedroom, and I started recording you, you wouldn't want me to do that to you.
But there's a difference. We're in a courthouse. We're in a courthouse, a public
I'm just giving you an
space.
example.
Yeah, so this is the type of stuff that I deal with. These are the types of untrained employees. You came out here very nice, professional. I got some of the answers I wanted, but that deputy needs an education. He obviously needs to be...
Well, he's following the order of his boss, too.
that didn't sound like the order. That sounded
Well,
like
it's
some
the order of the
cockamamie
sheriff,
stuff.
And I understand
Yeah.
the frustration. So, I mean, I want to be able to get you what you need, so I'm not quite sure why you need to record it. Is there, I mean...
Because it's easier than writing stuff down. If I had to write down everything that I said and everything you said, we'd be here for the next 3 hours.
Well, you could always hire a court reporter.
Yep. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to hire an attorney on this one.
Well, absolutely, you know, you have that right to
And yeah, I'm not trying to be a bully or anything,
you're
but
not
this is the
bullying me,
third
so it's
courthouse
fine.
I've been to today, and this is the only one that has that ruling. So I asked for a simple
That's a
judge's
state
order.
ruling, so...
No, it's not. Not anymore. It's not. The Supreme
my
Court, the
stand?
Illinois Supreme Court just changed the cell phone rules. And just to let you know, and this sounds like me bragging, but I just settled a lawsuit with the chairman of the Illinois Supreme Court Rules Committee last week, and I know what I'm doing.
Well, this is talking about cell phones, not...
Yeah, so that was another thing. So no cameras or other recording devices allowed, which cell phones would kind of fall under that, right? Because every single cell phone I've seen has a...
Supreme Court rule. I have not received that in
Okay.
my office from the Supreme Court.
I can get it sent over there.
I would be happy to reach out and get that.
It's an Illinois Supreme Court, not U.S., but it's Illinois Supreme
Right.
Court. And the chairman of the Rules Committee is actually somebody that I just finished mopping
Good.
the floor with in
Yeah.
court on Open Meetings Act violations. So one last question, and
Yeah.
you may or may not be able to answer it.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, you're doing better than most, to be quite honest, considering the circumstances. Are the public meetings, are the county board meetings held in this building?
Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're held over at the Orr Building,
Okay.
which is a building that we lease for more room during our construction.
Gotcha. And would these rules all be enforced during a public meeting?
Those rules would be enforced as long as they're held in this building, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
But again, that's something that would come from the sheriff's. I don't have any jurisdiction over that decision, so.
I thought you were the county clerk walking out. I normally
No,
deal with the county
I
clerk
can
rather
tell
than
you
the
that
circuit clerk. But
They do video the Young Republicans, or not the Young Republicans, what is that? The Young Conservatives, I'm sorry, the Young
Okay.
Conservatives group. They video the meetings and they
Okay.
post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
So those recordings are there, I know that the meetings are recorded
okay, so then those
by
guys.
the county board.
Okay, but is it published by the county board or is it published by a private entity?
I don't know that the recordings are published. I would ask you to reach out to the county board
Okay.
for that information. I know they use it for when they take notes so they can, the minutes.
Gotcha.
Refer back
Yeah.
if they couldn't hear somebody's name
Yep.
exactly.
There's a lot of good
Or what did
reasons
they
to
say?
record.
Or, yeah.
There's a lot of good
So-
reasons to record a public meeting. I've
I'm
literally.
going to assume that you're interested in coming to the public.
Absolutely, I am,
Very well.
and they better have their stuff in order when I come
So,
back.
Yeah, like I said, that is something that would, I would check with the county board on that,
Okay.
see you, and the sheriff's office again, let them know that that's what you're interested in, because I honestly don't know what that rule would be for a county board. I only know when it's in a courtroom, when court's in session.
Oh, yeah.
So that's only
And
what I can
that's one
speak to
thing,
is
I will
that.
never challenge that, cameras in a
Right.
courtroom, totally understand that. And if you have something to do, you can just leave me.
No,
But
it's fine.
a lot of smaller communities have the county clerk's office and they have their board meetings in the courthouse. So
Well,
there's
we-
a huge headache if you're a journalist
Yeah.
or you're just coming to attend the meeting. You don't know if to treat this like a regular public building
Well,
or an
I
actual
believe-
courthouse.
And our head of security might be able to help me out here. This is for when court is in session.
Okay.
Is that not right? And so as far, because I know.
Is
media-
court in session today?
It is.
Okay.
I know that, because, we close at 4:30 as long as court's not still going on, because unfortunately, sometimes we go past.
I worked in an office for 15 years. I know all too well. 2 hours will go by and I'm like, the sun is down. I couldn't see the sun because I'm stuck in an office.
Yeah, so-
yeah, I totally understand that.
But media does come to our meetings, our county board meetings.
Okay.
And so I.
But they don't have to abide, that's what I'm getting at, is how do they get in with their cameras if?
And so I think maybe when you first, and I'm guessing because I wasn't there with you.
Okay.
When you first said it, all they heard is you're bringing right now during business hours, this camera and recording devices, they're going to tell you no.
Okay.
But I think maybe I'd reach back out and say, I'm interested because I want to come to the board meetings and record. I think your question might be resolved easier and the answer you're looking for is the one that you want to hear.
All right.
But again,
You did great. Thanks. My name's Kent again, and what's yours?
I'm Kelly Elias, Kent.
Kelly. You look like, do you know who Jill Tracy is?
No.
She's the state senator. I don't know if she's a state senator for Logan County, but she's an Illinois state senator. You look.
Sally Turner's our state senator.
Okay.
Yeah.
You look when you get back to your office. It's okay to look this one up because it's work related.
Okay.
But you look just like Jill Tracy, and I'm sure you would love to be related to her because she's a member of the Tracy family, which owns Dot Foods, which is a Fortune 500 company. And she's my state senator. I've had extensive contact with her over the years. So when you first walked out, I had to do a double take.
Like, hey, how'd you be here?
Yeah, what are you doing here? I was like, shouldn't you be busting heads in Springfield? So, one last question.
And this is just my personal thing. I see this as during business hours. And maybe because I'm used to it. I don't know. I mean, when I worked in a law office, I knew that's what it meant. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I've been in like 300 courthouses. I know what I'm doing. I think they're wrong. I know they're wrong. In fact, I shouldn't say I think. Unless they can come up with a judge's order. The presiding judge, more specifically, is the one that would have the say, not the sheriff. That's like that across every courthouse in the state of Illinois. The sheriff may very well be the custodian, but he's not the final say, and he's actually not the ones that really makes the rules. It's in the courthouse. Now, if I walk out there, different.
Courthouse, but not necessarily a courtroom.
No, hell
Now
no. No.
Individual offices are different. I think that's maybe where our communication's lacking. When I say he's a custodian, I mean of this entire building and the safety of this entire building.
Gotcha.
That doesn't mean he has control in my office.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, because
court's office.
you're elected, aren't you?
I'm an elected
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Yes, he is too, but he's still.
Yeah, but
the county board doesn't even have the power over the sheriff in this building.
If you want to know, I'll share it with you. Look up Lincoln County, Missouri. The presiding judge there, you would not believe the stuff they did to the circuit clerk.
Oh,
I
probably don't.
It ended in effect. I think it ended with a total of 3 lawsuits, and the circuit clerk got escorted back into work because she got fired by the judge, the presiding judge. Now this judge, I've gone down there and sat in his court before, and they lost somebody's bond. I only witnessed 3 cases. Out of those 3 cases, he made nothing but mistakes. They didn't have the guy's bond money. They had put it under someone else's account that had a name similar, and not really similar, just the same first name, which means somebody's not paying attention to detail. And then, while they're trying to find that guy's bond money, and the court reporter, by the way, I'm sure the stenographer is sitting there trying to keep up with all this, he calls up another defendant and starts talking about an entirely different case and switching back and forth. And I'm like, this is a circus. There's a reason you're on the news, dude. And yeah, Michael Flynn, Judge Mike Flynn is his name. It's similar to the old, there's a guy named Mike Flynn. I think he's used to be the head of DOD, Department of Defense. Is a general, or an admiral or something, but no, it's Judge Michael Flynn in Lincoln County, Missouri. You should read into that. I get emails weekly about that place.
I to report that we are all very much human in my office.
Yes.
And make mistakes.
Yep.
But we are very thorough. So
yeah, thank you.
I
appreciate that.
In saying that.
Awesome. And it shows some humanity as well, because she was friendly enough. So I'm trying to always remember that when I go out and do this, that y'all are human.
Right,
and
we're proud of that.
So, and your personality saves
We're proud to be a human.
Yeah. So
well,
thank you again.
It's very good to meet you.
Yes.
And like I said, I think you'll get what you're looking for. Maybe just ask it in a different way.
Awesome.
You're more interested in coming to the meeting, so you can record. I personally think that's fine, but I'd hate to say that and then you go, hey, she said it's not a call. So
All right. Thank you for your time.
Yep. Have a good day.
See ya.